Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Drexel Free Thought Society Weekly Podcast. This week's topic is respect, and this is the chat portion of the show, which is when we want to hear what you guys have to say. And it appears we lost connection, and we're back! We want to hear what everyone else has to say. You can email us at drexfreethought@gmail.com. You can join the live chat on Spreaker if you search for our show, Drexel Free Thought Radio. You can also find the direct connection to our show on our website on the podcast tab of drexelfreethought.org. You can also call us via our Skype, which will be up and running in a few moments at Drexel Free Thought, all one word, no spaces, caps don't matter. And just call us up and you'll be on the show. You can talk to us at length about what you think about respect. At this portion of the show, I actually wanted to get into some fun topics.
Fun?
What is real respect?
What is that?
It's like we have a kind of like antiquated notion of what respect is in this society that we live in. So what would you say is actual respect? Like how people should be treated? I have a few fun things on it, but you guys can go first.
That's really subjective again, because I don't know what real respect is, because respect has been, again, it's such a verbal, literal chimera. I couldn't even be a fan of what it is. How about you, Rich?
I think respect has to deal with respecting someone to the point where they're actually being
Well, you can't really
treated
use the
right.
word to define the word.
Yeah, that's true. I can really define it. It's kind of complicated.
Like love.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Baby, don't hurt me.
We've broken into too many songs today. That's not true. We can never break into too many songs. No, guys, like the direction that I was talking about was like, I see, especially when talking to religious folk, like people say, we've gone on length about this, that you should, people say you should respect me. You should basically follow what I say without question. That's what respect is. And I would return with, no, I'm sorry. That's not what respect is. Respect would be thinking highly enough of you to tell the truth.
So respect is honest.
I would think respect is honesty when it comes to people's opinions. Because a lot of people will actually defend other people's faith and say, you should respect that. I think Dawkins quoted somebody else and was just kind of like, it's perfectly fine to argue to what? Like argue favorite sports team or your decor in your home. But saying you will not saying you will not flip a switch on Sunday, I respect that. It's like, no, I do not respect that. What I would respect is giving you my honest opinion. Saying that this is ridiculous. You need to give supporting evidence. That's respect. That's being honest. Saying that you're being absurd.
If I deem something respectful, I would deem it in that, one, like you said, it's honest. And two, it leaves itself open to questioning. Because if something makes a bad turn somewhere, it makes a really bad moral judgment, I think I should be able to, without any kind of repercussions really, I should be able to question. I should be able to say, you know what, I kind of don't like this idea. It's blah.
Respect is sort of like telling as you think it is. It's like you have to respect me enough to tell me what you think.
No, it's like I'm trying.
Should not be obligatory.
No, I think it's like it kind of should be. It's like you need to respect somebody. You need to respect everybody enough to give them the honest truth about your feelings, and not indulge or think of them as a child that you need to protect. You need to protect from reality.
And that's the same thing as respecting yourself, because if you're respecting someone else where you're telling them what you truly feel and what you truly think, you're respecting yourself because you're allowing yourself to be yourself.
I would suggest it. I wouldn't exactly mandate it. I mean,
well, mandating is different than just being honest with someone.
Yeah.
Mandate is kind of
I would give it a high suggestion that you should be very truthful, that you acknowledge you hold certain things in high regard, like personal space. You're not just running around touching people, things like that. You're not attacking them, physically, something like that. I would highly suggest it, because there are repercussions for everything that we do. There's a cost to darn near everything that we do.
Well,
and you should certainly take that into consideration.
Once respect is mandated, then respect becomes a thing that it is now. Something without any meaning. So once you say it's not mandated and it's highly it's highly suggested, then it is respect. If it's suggested as a way to do things and it's saying just the suggestion, that's respect. But it's false respect when you're saying this is what you have to do.
Mm-hmm. So when it's forced, it just seems unjustified.
Ellen's back.
Hello, Ellen.
And she brought up a really good point, and it's something that we've probably all experienced at length.
As far as Chaz isn't here.
A big one is not respecting a religion does not mean you don't respect the individual persons within it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that doesn't even just mean religion. That means basically anything.
Yeah.
I could just say, I could walk into someone's house and go like, this is the most disgustingly organized house I've ever seen. But I would respect the person enough to go like, this has no bearing on my life whatsoever. So if this makes you happy, then by all means go for it. And the same thing would kind of go with like a hardcore republicanism or democratism, if these count as isms. Because there are individual people within both of these ideologies, but then they're fine. But that doesn't mean that the parties themselves are at all good.
Yeah, it's like, you can respect somebody that's a Republican, libertarian, liberal, whatever it may be, but you don't.
I know. I'm sorry. Ellen was actually talking more about her intense racism. More like, I was thinking of when I don't like Americans, but I still can be okay with individual people.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Actually, to be fair,
so she doesn't like the culture, so to speak.
I don't like.
Yeah, actually, I kind of agree with it also. Damn, we're all racist against Americans.
I don't,
because Americans are totally a race.
But that's what I agree with her, because there's people that are very jingoistic about being American.
What the hell is jingoistic?
Like I'm the best thing.
Okay.
Or whatever.
So they're narcissistic nationalists.
Yeah, it's more like, America's the best country in the world. America's the only country that's free. No, I don't respect you for that. And no, America's not the best country in the world. And no, I do not like the United States. But I like certain people in the United States.
This is not the opinion of the Drexel Free Thought Society. This is the opinion of individuals.
An individual.
For we reflect Drexel University, and I think our generous government grants say that we really like the U.S.
Yes, I love the U.S.
I mean, there's a lot of now we're kind of going in the culture. Like for example, I don't hold the sports culture in any positive high regard. Like I really don't care about people getting up, by the thousands or millions and screaming at a bunch of millionaires throwing the ball around the field. But I don't have any disdain for those people. Individually, I might. I mean, I might think that this person. I mean, sure, it's their life, but at the same time, it's like, wow, this person's
But at the same time, there's some athletes that are just like kick butt people.
Yeah, those athletes are awesome. Absolutely.
People are just like, I'm terrible with athletes. But I've read stories before where they're just like, yeah, I give everything to charity. What the hell do I need this money for?
Yeah, some are awesome. In fact, I met one a few days ago. I met he was in 3 Super Bowls. He played for the Denver Broncos. Awesome guy. I don't really care for a sport. I don't really care for a Super Bowl or anything. But I hold him in high regard because he is a person that is seeking to help other people. He's making making money for helping people. I totally respect that.
It's like,
I hold that in high regard.
I recognize that is a good thing.
Yeah, see? I recognize that's not easy.
It's sort of like what my thoughts towards business and business people. I don't like business. But I respect business people. as business people. You
It's
make money doing sales. That's wonderful. I respect that. That's good. I
You don't
won't
like the
do
culture.
that. I don't like doing that. I don't like the culture. But good, you're making money. I'm proud. I'm happy for you.
It's like I'm actually trying to invest some money into various businesses myself, and I think it's a good idea. Not really just the notion that you invest money so you can make money for yourself by doing nothing, which is a definite bonus for the future.
Well, no, I mean you're not
But-
doing nothing when you're a business person.
No, I mean like
You're doing something.
well, yeah, obviously, but I'm
Yeah.
like as like an investor, you effectively get free money.
Yeah, that's true.
But the idea is, I want to invest in nothing but green technology. So I'm basically saying, you guys who are good at helping the planet, take my money. I would also like some of it back later,
Yeah.
I hold it in high
at
regard.
regular intervals.
It's like I'm an IT guy. I respect the business side of the business. They do the sales. I'm good with that. I like these people. I like talking to them sometimes. But I won't do that. I'll hold their company up by keeping their architecture up and everything else like that. Their infrastructure so they can do their job. That's my fault.
I don't take offense to people who don't like certain aspects of me, really. Like, for example, I own 3 snakes and a lizard. There are a lot of people in America who cannot stand snakes. They hate snakes. They don't hold them in any kind of regard. They wish they could wipe them off the face of the earth. I can't stand snakes. Ew, you keep snakes? I don't get offended. It's like, okay, well, you don't
Well,
like snakes. But
to be fair, like Kyle, you know Kyle. Well, he was the guy that we went to the movies with.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kyle.
Uh-huh.
He also has a plethora of pets, including several very large spiders.
Wow.
And I told him openly, because I am excessively arachnophobic.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I am terrified beyond reason, literally, of spiders. But I hold them in very high regard. They are champions of evolution, and well, I guess everything is. But they evolved in very fascinating ways, and they're very, very important to our ecosystem. I just don't want them I don't want them anywhere near me. They go do brilliant things outside.
And you don't have any disdain for Kyle because he keeps these things that you deem horrible.
No, I just say you can never live with me,
And
or I will find them and light them on fire.
And you say
Get close
you
enough.
say to the spiders, please don't eat me.
No, I will find them and light them on fire.
If you can get close enough to it.
That's why they invented flamethrowers.
See, it's
I wouldn't actually light them on fire or commandeer a flamethrower, internet people. I am using hyperbole.
I cannot recall ever. I probably have at some point. I can't recall disliking somebody as a whole, totally, for like showing them no kind of respect
I
whatsoever.
have a bunch of people like that.
for one thing that I can think of at this moment.
Oh, I have a few, and I think you know who they are.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit personal. We'll leave.
We'll leave that out of here. But
Yeah, we'll leave that out of here.
I don't know. I think that's actually an interesting topic. Is like that was what I was kind of thinking of earlier. Is like
one bad deed.
It's like, is it possible to absolutely lose respect for someone as a human being?
Yeah, we were supposed to hit on that.
I think there is. I think completely negating someone else's fundamental rights, effectively killing somebody. I don't care how brilliant you are or how much you could help the rest of the world. You have forfeited your right to be treated like a person. Well, not entirely, but I mean, because I don't believe in the death penalty at all. But that's a different topic entirely.
But didn't we give respect to Stalin and Hitler? We didn't respect how horrible they were.
No, I think I hold the things that they did in some high regard. But as an individual person, like, I don't.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say. Like, I can't really think of a situation. It's like, if they died in front of me, I would feel nothing.
Yeah.
Is that an appropriate description?
I would say so because like you acknowledge those things, but as a human being, as an individual, you flat out do not like them.
It's not even that I don't like
Don't
them. It's
respect
just
them.
It's my recognition of their existence is gone. They are equivalent to a block of wood.
It would be like you know, I'm not sure where I am on the death penalty, but
That will probably be a topic later.
yeah.
So I think it's controversial enough it'll bring some people in.
But in my opinion, and I'm not sure still about
In fact,
this,
actually, that's next week now.
but
Spoilers!
But in my opinion, I'm still not sure about this, but if somebody killed someone for no reason, cold blood, just did it for no reason, I don't think that person has the right to live anymore, period. I don't think we should torture him. I think that person should just die, period. You killed someone for no reason.
Let's see, I actually
You should just
save those thoughts for next week.
Yeah.
Because I actually have a lot of arguments for why that's not a good idea.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I take back.
Looking
what
forward to next week, aren't you?
I take back what I said earlier. There have been people where they did one thing, and I just totally I did not hold them in any more high regard, other than the fact that they are a threat to me. I didn't hold them in any positive high regard. I held them in a negative high regard. I acknowledged the fact that they could do something to me badly, and as a person, I did not like them. I experienced this in school.
No, you see,
I experienced this in the military. I experienced it on the street.
It's like, this is the interesting thing, though. Like, there's plenty of people I just don't like.
Nah.
But I think that's a different thing.
And respect. That's what I'm trying to differentiate.
I'm pretty sure they're definitely different. Because there's, like, I have friends who I don't like sometimes. Like, that's fine.
Friends you don't like?
No, I mean, like, sometimes. I'm saying that there's a difference.
The
it's
asshole
like,
friend.
yeah,
Every guy
honestly.
has the asshole
the jerk friend.
Yeah, they're like, I'd go out. I'd go out for a drink with them, but I wouldn't invite them to my home.
So you only deal with them in limited doses.
Yeah, but I would still consider them friends. But this is going a little off topic.
Yeah.
The idea is that they're
not really, because you can use respect in this term with respect to this.
But I mean, like, there's definitely people that it's not a question of liking them. It's just like I'm trying the best I can to describe it. It's just that I feel nothing for them. Like,
so they're more acquaintances. They're people that you know.
No, like I have a base level of respect for all mankind, effectively.
Okay.
But there are some people who have lost it. Like, we were doing the number scale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna make it amusing.
Okay.
To try to make it in mathematical terms, in case we have some mathematical people on the internet.
All right.
Instead of 0, a positive number, or a negative number, they are the square root of -1.
Ew.
They are imaginary numbers now.
They don't even exist.
They're
on
off
the
the scale entirely.
Exist on a scale.
That's funny, because when we talk about the other word love, there's different terms of love and there's different terms of hate as well.
I think okay, so if we just put a flat out statement, for every human emotion there is dramatic and complicated arrays of feelings concerning them.
With quantifiable
with strange and quantifiable values.
Like really gray areas. Like kind of gray, somewhat gray, really gray.
No, but I mean, honestly, there are some people that have wronged me to such a profound way. Some of them I've dated. That they
I think I know one.
There's no, it's not even. There's not even anger. It's such a confusion.
You don't care about that person anymore.
No
you have nothing but apathy for them.
It's not even apathy. Well, I guess it's like the pinnacle of apathy. Sorry to go on and on about this, but I'm just trying to I've never really thought about it this much. It's just there's nothing. There's no emotions anymore.
I've heard that. And that's the worst place to be in. If you ever get into that place.
Well, it's fine for me.
No, I mean that's
Because
the
he's not acting
worst
upon him. He's
place
just not
to be
acknowledging.
in if somebody else gets in that
To
place.
on the other end,
Yeah.
because he's like, I don't care if you die in front of me. Ouch.
I actually told somebody that I used to date that I was just like, they were talking to me and I was just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I told them later, it's like, I'm sorry if I was sounding rude, but honestly, I just feel nothing towards you.
No hate, no
And
life.
no, she was just like, that's probably the rudest thing you've ever said. And I'm like, just being honest.
Because I mean, if somebody hates you, that means that they still have some passion
there's still
for
some.
you.
Yeah, you still have some sort of a feeling.
If somebody hates you, you know that you're not completely in
At
trouble.
least you're
in there.
I think it's like the whole like, if you know you're gonna get a divorce, if somebody hates you, like if you're we're all guys here, so we're all straight guys. So I'm gonna say if you're like wife, says. It doesn't matter. If your significant other in any relationship, just to make it as broad as possible, says like, oh, I just hate you. They're just like, oh, damn. There's certainly some issues I have to work out with my significant other. I mean, if they say, I feel nothing for you.
I think that would hurt more.
No, it wouldn't just hurt more. You'd be like, I'm done. You can't reverse that.
No.
It's done. You can reverse passion, but you can't create it.
That's just scary. I don't think I've ever had anybody that actually was like that apathetic towards me.
Good.
That I can recall.
Or they're just so apathetic to you never even knew they were there.
What if it's the opposite of the -1 feeling that you said?
Well, the square root of 1 has a value.
No, I mean, what if it's, instead of feeling nothing, it's just feeling everything?
That's a lot of passion.
Like, is that bad, or what would that be?
But would that be respect too? Like all that passion?
I don't know, that'd be like the sycophant. You would be so obsessed with the person as just being that person that I think that would be that would almost be the same thing. You'd be like, you obviously don't actually like me. You're obsessed with me. You're obsessed with the image of me.
Oh yeah.
You don't actually know who I am.
The idea.
Kind of like how people crush on celebrities. They never met this.
It's not even just celebrities. It's just they crush on somebody with such incredible vigor, even though they say like, name my favorite color. They would just be like, I have no idea.
Or they'll be like, blue. There we go. I know everything about you. Like Hey Arnold. What, with the one I forgot her name. Helga
Pataki.
Arnold. That's how she was.
It's like Helga G. Pataki.
That was a crazy girl.
In any case, that was a fantastic show.
I know.
I'm gonna watch that when I get home.
I really like.
I think it's on
Sid.
DVD. Okay, all right, we're getting off topic. No more Halo.
Sid was awesome.
Sid was.
He stole my Beetle boots. There was one episode where you ever saw him without his boots. It was weird.
I don't respect that.
Yeah.
He had very dirty socks.
I remember when Hey Arnold, like a guy dressed up in Hey Arnold suit, just like came around the one mall, the Grand Row Mall. Yeah. If you know where that is.
Oh, I thought you meant in the show. I'm like, that never happened.
No.
There was an episode where everyone dressed up like Helga because she became the new It Girl.
Oh yeah, I've seen
I have
that.
a question. Now, if you love somebody, do you respect them also?
I think this is going into the obsession thing. Because I think you can be obsessed with somebody without actually respecting them. And I think you can respect somebody without actually liking them. As we displayed before.
So, like, when I'm talking about in the actual, what most people would consider a healthy relationship. You know, if you're in love with that person, do you also respect them too?
I think no. I think the love label that we've discussed before is it's being put over the I don't actually like you, but I'm going to say that I love you to spare your feelings.
So it's another blanket term.
Basically. I think it is. I think it's a misused blanket term.
It's another literary chimera.
No, because I think that happens all the time though. When people are just like, they over exaggerate their feelings because they can't. Like, I think I've done this before. Actually, I know I've done this before.
I think we've all
where I've over exaggerated my feelings for the person because I didn't want them to go.
Yeah. It's like you use a keyword to keep them there.
Oh, I never actually did that. I've only loved 2 people ever, other than my family, and several pets. It was my first girlfriend and my current girlfriend. All the ones in between, I'm very sorry.
What exactly is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
But
no more.
No, I mean seriously, what is that?
Dude.
Love can go into a whole separate
Is
topic.
love-
man.
We've done this topic before. Watch the podcast.
Yeah, we'll be here for another 3 hours, 4 hours talking about that freaking thing. God forbid don't. Nice funny term. God forbid don't bring Oxa and the other girls into talking about it.
Have we actually done What Is Love? I think we have.
I think we did. It was about.
We've had like 40 podcasts.
It was one of our younger podcasts back in the old building.
Okay.
We did that. Love and relationships. We kind of put them in the same.
Oh yeah, we did do that. I was there.
Yep.
I like that one.
We did it twice because there was one where I think it was before we even met you. It was like
We
10
had,
of us.
I know. Where did those people go? Jerks.
I don't respect them.
Because they didn't pay us enough attention. We
Yeah,
don't like them
they
anymore.
didn't respect me.
I don't love them.
They don't respect. They don't respect free thought and atheism.
You should respect atheism.
I don't know how you respect the lack of something.
I know. It's so stupid.
It's kind of like, I respect your hair color,
It's
bald
another.
man.
It's another loose term. Whenever it says I respect the fact that you don't believe in God. You know, when somebody tells me, I just go, well, again, what
like,
exactly
thanks?
do you mean? Do you like hold it in high regard? Like
No, it's like, do you hold it in high
recognize-
regard? In that sense, why aren't you an atheist?
I can't bring myself to be one. You know, they'll say something like that, probably.
Honestly, I won't be surprised. They're like, oh, I respect my stuff more. It's like, oh, so now there's levels.
Yeah, exactly. It's quantifiable. Like I said, when some people say, I have very little respect for it, like, are they actually saying that they don't like something, or are they saying that I kind of understand it, but I don't agree with it? Like, when people say they have very little
Ellen's last post is actually kind of like this. It's people do take too strong offense when people insult their group. Even if they're not even that attached to it, when someone offends them, then they're suddenly animated again.
Yeah, it's a herd mentality again. It's like, even though I'm not really involved in this, I'm really a part of it. I respect it, and if you say something wrong about it...
Oh, this goes into a subject I love to hate. It's respect and faith. I will say flat out, the one concept I will never respect is faith. For faith is the excuse people give for not having a good reason. Best definition I've ever heard. Faith is the excuse people give when they don't have a good reason to believe what they do.
Exactly.
Well,
But I mean, people have a respect for faith. Like, they have faith in faith is a phrase I've heard a lot of times. Because specifically, the only thing sustaining faith is the belief in it. Because if people, we've done this before in different podcasts, but the only reason that faith even has any power or recognition or any notion of respect whatsoever is because a lot of people in different communities mutually support it. Because they all know if we don't mutually support each other's faith, it'll crumble. Because honestly, people can just go, but your religion is based on the same amount of evidence. Why don't you respect mine?
And people, again, they quantify this thing again.
Or when they say that, it's like, well, if your evidence is the same amount of my evidence, then
But how do you
aren't we
quantify
both
that?
wrong?
But how do you quantify
If you're
evidence?
saying that
No, because
my evidence is
people actually say that, like, faith is basically the lack of evidence.
Yeah, it's an
So
extreme belief with a lack of evidence.
People say faith is the highest virtue.
I don't know.
Not having evidence is what you should strive for. Because if you didn't have that, no one would take it seriously. If people didn't mandate from the cradle that not having evidence is actually a good thing, no one would believe it.
Yeah, it's like saying, oh, evolution happened because this, and this, and this, and this. Oh, you have faith in that.
No, people instantly say you have faith in it because their only thing they have to support what they say is faith.
Yeah.
If they had evidence, then they would give it.
Camelbacks are awesome, by the way.
This is a platypus, sir.
Okay.
I actually have internet people. I have one of those 3-liter water backpacks because I get dehydrated really easily. So now I have 3 liters strapped to my back.
I've grown.
I have a Drexel bottle because I respect Drexel.
I've really grown to hate soda. Because
That's
I
good.
drink it every single day, and it's kind of getting really disgusting. So I just want to drink water and juice now.
You could do carbonated water for a while,
Yeah.
so that you can kind of like wean yourself off of
But
soda.
the thing is,
No, they actually
I don't
make
even-
really good flavored carbonated water.
Oh, really?
It actually has a bit of vitamins, and as long as they're not artificially flavored, then you get basically all the benefit of soda without filling yourself with terrible things.
But the thing is when I drink the soda, I don't
Remember,
like
guys,
it
we're still on the
mainly
podcast.
because of
Dante, I'm answering his questions because I respect him.
That's a nice way of bringing it back.
And how dare you interrupt me? You obviously don't respect
So
me.
I'm being very disrespectful. I'm not holding, this conversation about soda in high regard.
Or maybe we're being disrespectful for not adhering to the podcast.
or maybe we're being disrespectful towards soda and soda manufacturers.
As a reflection of
Actually-
Drexel, I would like to apologize to you internet folks out there.
That's actually an interesting idea. I think Ellen kind of brought this up earlier. It's just like, does opting out of a group mean you disrespect them?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think a lot of people do, though. I think the sheer thought of like, if someone invites me to go to their church and I say, no, that's not for me, they'll probably take offense to that.
Oh, they would.
yeah,
Not everyone, obviously. There are a lot of very reasonable religious people, but I think that's a generality.
I guess in a way I'm gonna be a hypocrite by saying this, but I guess I can understand, maybe possibly respect Judaism and the philosophical roots of Judaism, but I opt out of it because I'm not a Jew. I mean, by
No, it's like I opt out of most religious things, even though I've had ample opportunity, because I don't respect what they do. It's like I don't respect the values.
I respect.
It's like I'm part of the
Yeah.
Ethical Humanist Society because I respect what they do.
Well, it's sort of like, well, I've opted out of the new atheist community, even though I'm an atheist, which is weird.
I've
but
actually
I don't
opted
know.
in.
Oh, apparently that's a thing.
What's this new atheist community you're talking
The ones
It's
that,
like the new atheist is like Hitchens, Dawkins.
about?
no, I'm talking about atheism plus.
Oh,
Oh.
those guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
No.
I only don't do that because you're adding baggage where baggage ought not be.
Filling the whole God-shaped hole in your life with other. garbage.
No, I mean that's fine. If you want to fill your life with interesting things and humanistic things, by all means, just don't call it atheism.
No, it's not
we
atheism.
fought
It's
long-
atheism plus.
We fought long and hard, not personally, but people have fought long and hard to relegate atheism to a single definition. Because if we start putting baggage on it, then people are just doing on it.
And I hold their struggles in high regard.
Thank you, Dante. I'm sure people who respect that.
And again, you
by
don't
the-
have to hold that in high regard. But I suggest it. Because, the guys, the way they've, come into prominence, you can use that same mindset for other things. For other things, we think are oppressed. Like certain cultures. I find race. But I'm just throwing some examples.